Hello and welcome all to the series Last Week in Microsoft 365. This is the second video of the series, and we have 5 topics to be highlighted this week, which I liked, as you can see on the screen. And don't forget to connect with me on Twitter, LinkedIn, follow my blog, and also my new YouTube channel. Um, the first one is about building a me experience in Microsoft Teams, which I got to know from Waldek's blog. As it says, there is no I but me in Microsoft Teams. Basically explains how you can build a me experience in Microsoft Teams, which I think is a great idea because yeah, when you're working in Microsoft Teams, you have so many channels and everything else going around. To have a me experience to start your day will be a great thing, actually. So you can utilize SharePoint Framework to offer a me experience where users can start their day seeing their personal information. This article explains each options in very detail. So how to do it? We can go to the detailed article. You can see here it has explained. So the first option is to embed a modern SharePoint page. Basically, what you do is that you create a SharePoint modern page and you put all the web parts in that and you embed it in your Teams. This approach is great as it does not need any coding and can be done by creating modern page with different web parts and embedding it in a Teams tab, as I said. Then the second option is to build a multi-tab personal tab, build a multi-tab personal Teams app actually. And this requires some coding effort, but not so difficult. As you can see, the steps are quite self-explanatory. So it will have different tabs for different apps you will have, and it also explains all the details how you need to do it. And this can be done through using SharePoint Framework. So it's quite easy to do. It's not so difficult. The third option is about combining multiple web parts in a single tab of a personal Teams app. Basically, it is similar as before, but what we are trying to do is that we want to have one tab in which multiple web parts are combined together, which can be actually done through multiple React components, combined together. But for this, you have to use a React to do the programming, and you can only put custom web parts and not the default web parts given by Microsoft Teams. That is a limitation in both the approaches in which we want to create a app. So that is how it has been explained. But the steps are there. Probably, I think you can do it on your own also, or you can, of course, contact a developer to do it. So I think it's a great idea. And I think people will like it also to start a day where they can see their current mails and everything, tasks assigned to them, calendar details, and all sorts of stuff. Okay, so the second topic is from Paolo Pielorsi, where he explains how to use recently introduced Microsoft Teams template as an end user and admin. And he has a great YouTube videos which he releases every week. And in this particular video, he has explained, how to use Microsoft Teams templates, how to create it from the admin portal, and also explains how to utilize the Microsoft Graph Explorer. So it's a very great video. You should really look at this, definitely, to understand how the Teams templates work and how it is can be used as an end user and admin both, actually. So yeah. So the third one is about general availability of Microsoft Graph Teams membership API, which I saw from a tweet from Brian T. Jacket. Basically, it is an announcement made regarding Microsoft Graph Team member APIs that is newly added API, which adds removes user faster. So as you can see in the announcement, it has been mentioned that earlier it used to take long as 48 hours to appear for the member additions or removals. Through the new APIs, it will be very fast, and it has been designed with the latency and reliability in mind. So basically, you are supposed to change your code to include this new API rather than the old one, which will be much faster. And you can see that this has been actually written by Abhishek Anand from Microsoft. Okay. The fourth one is um, is also regarding a roadmap announcement, which I came to know from Mark D. Anderson, where we will have improved experiences in which users need to input mandatory fields before publishing a news or page. I think this something has been asked so many times, that there should be some mandatory fields before you publish an article, because sometimes people want to filter on that, or tag the news articles with some certain metadata which can be used later, to do programming, or collect some data around it. So that is a great thing to have, and it's coming up pretty soon. It's supposed to be released in October 2020, and it's under its development right now. So you can see that in this. So it's a great addition. Okay, so the last one is about Power Automate Desktop October 2020 update. So recently, Microsoft released Power Automate Desktop, and a lot of improvements will be released now. As you can see, that error notifications are available in the console. That if there are errors, it will show up in the console. You cannot create flow names with invalid characters now, which is great. Caching is now available for stored flows. Power Automate Run history logs now provide specific subflow information, which was not there earlier. Action parameters now grouped into improve efficiency during configuration. There's a lots of other things which you can go to. An SAP recording, subflow tab option now functional during flow execution. So a lot of additions. You can have a look into this detail. And if you want to utilize the Power Desktop, it's right now in the preview mode. So this is not supposed to be used in production, but of course you can, try it out and see how it works, and probably use it later when it is released generally. Okay. So those were the topics for this time's last week in Microsoft 65. And as I said before, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, connect with me in Twitter, LinkedIn, and follow my blog. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for today, and have a great week ahead. Also, thank you. Bye.